team of three plus two to evaluate the meeting today. I would like to introduce my tag team. Uh, Timer. Timer, Toastmaster Vishwa is a very enthusiastic person. He has been with us for more than a year, and he has already, into I think level one. He has already finished, and he is into level two. So I really appreciate his enthusiasm in ensuring that he actually gears up fast. With that little introduction, I'd like to invite Toastmaster Vishwa to tell the timer objectives. Toastmaster Vishwa.
Thank you, General Dr. Toastmaster Shiva, for the warm welcome. Uh, good morning, everyone. I'm playing the role of timer today. As a timer, it is my responsibility to notify the time to each speaker using green, yellow, and red cards. For today's session, we have educational session by DTM Satish Menon. For that, maximum time limit is 20 minutes. I will notify using red cards at 20 minutes. I will also time the formal speeches, evaluations, and table topics at the given time. For the prepared speech session, we have 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will show green card. At 6th minute, I will show yellow card. At 7th minute, I will show red card. For the table topic session, the time is 1 to 2 minutes. I will show red card at 1st minute, yellow card at 1.5 minutes, red card at 2nd minute. For the evaluation session, the given time is 2 to 3 minutes. I will show green card at 2nd minute, yellow card at 2.5 minutes, red card at 3rd minute. For all the speeches, we have grace period of 30 seconds. I will encourage all the speaker to use the time efficiently. I will submit my report when general evaluator calls. Over to general evaluator, Toastmaster Shiva.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishwa. I'd like to call upon our counter, Toastmaster Anand. Over to you, our counter, Toastmaster Anand.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator, for your introduction. Uh, Today, I'm playing the role of the R counter for today's meeting. The purpose of the R counter is to note down any overused words or filler sounds used as a crunch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjunctions, such as and, well, but, so. Sounds may be or. As a counter, at the end of the meeting, I will submit my report to the general evaluator. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much for briefing our counter objectives, Toastmaster Anand. I'd like to call Toastmaster Suhasini, our grammarian, and before I call, I have a small note to introduce. She has been an active member of Toastmasters since 2017, currently VP of, I don't know if it is VP Education or
Vice President.
Okay, of Metas Toastmasters, a freelancer and training. She actually does freelancing and training the corporate people in Azure Develop DevOps, Power Platform, and Salesforce. She's passionate about a variety of interests and hobbies, which add vibrancy and balance to her life. Reading books, playing badminton, listening to music, cooking, teaching, and doing yoga are the passionate things that she is interested in. With that little introduction, I'd like to call our grammarian today, Toastmaster Suhasini. The virtual podium is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Shiva. Good morning, Toastmasters. Once again, today I'm going to play a grammarian role. The role of grammarian is to note down the usage of good language, unique phrases, and errors in the language. I will also note down the usage of word and the theme of the day by all the speakers. At the end of the meeting, I will submit my report to the General Evaluator Toastmaster Shiva. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suhasini, our grammarian today. With this tag team, Timer Vishwa, our counter Anand, grammarian Suhasini, I would call all of you towards the end of the meeting to help us with your report. With that, I'd like to hand over the meeting back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vidyasekhar. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Shiva. Okay, all set for today's report. Okay, meanwhile, our guest chef will join. We will have the first even in the Zomato, Swiggy orders, or in the number of shops around the cities. What's the like highly sold food item?
Chat items?
Mm-hmm.
I heard biryani.
Yes, biryani. Okay, let's start with the biryani. So the varieties, like even in Tamil Nadu, every 100 kilometers there is a different varieties of biryani. Throughout Chennai, even in Chennai is kind of a simple example. And whenever we are traveling almost 100 and 200 kilometers, there is a different flavor of biryani. So up to almost 25th year, I was like, I didn't even know what is biryani. So after that, almost every week I used to have biryani because it creates that much interest, like exploring different varieties. So I started traveling to taste the different foods. I explored almost the full Tamil Nadu state, so that even in Talapakatti, in Dindigul, even the core area, as well as Karaikudi Chettinadu area, Madurai, Tirunelveli, even Kanyakumari, I tested, especially in this Ambur Star Biryani. Like this gives a variety, and even we can connect with the people where we can get some of the special biryani. So I extended with, like in Kerala, I tried with Kozhikode, Malappuram, Thrissur, Kochi, Trivandrum. It's almost everywhere there is a different taste compared to our Tamil Nadu level biryani, and Kerala type biryani is having different flavor of cooking. And okay, south end is gone. So okay, what next? Okay, let's travel to Karnataka. But the thing is, in Karnataka, I didn't see much like difference in biryani, because it mostly in Bangalore, it's completely occupied with Tamil Nadu biryani or Telangana biryani. So okay, instead of exploring this, I directly went to Hyderabad to taste the actual Hyderabadi biryani. So this gives me like both. One is how we can explore different food items, and how we can interact with people to know about, or to explore, to know the history about the food, and where we can get different varieties of food. So this gives me to explore further. So I had an opportunity to go to United States of America. With this, the whole day I ate only pizza and burger. Even I ate 2 pizza, I didn't feel my stomach is full. So at the night, I ordered one biryani, but the cost is $30. With that day, $30, if it is in Chennai, I might have almost at least 30 days I can have biryani. 1 month cost, but the quality of the biryani, that matters a lot. The taste is like, it's mixed up. In Tamil Nadu, it's mixed up tomato rice, puliyodara, and something different. But there is no spicy, half salt. That was the worst taste biryani I ever had in my life. But there is no way because I have other alternates, only pizza or burger. So 10 days, every night there is no way for me. So morning and afternoon pizza burger, evening the same biryani. After 1 month of stay at United States of America, I reached Bangalore, went to my home, take only 5 minutes of rest, running towards one Malabar biryani shop. I ordered 2 biryanis because I want to forget the pain which I had 1 month of that. I don't know. I don't even like to know that is biryani. So I thought to forget the pain. So I ordered 2 biryanis and all the side dishes. After having the food only, I realized I'm in my hometown. So food we need to have. That's why I'm just in the introduction. I just explained. So the authenticity of the food we can get only the places where it is originated, or at least we have some quality food based on the geographical location. Okay, with this, let's wait. Okay, meanwhile, our education session people will join. So let's start with another interesting story.
Vidya said he joined.
Okay. Meanwhile, DTM Satish Menon joins. I have a brief introduction about him. Okay, DTM Satish Menon is the first generation IT entrepreneur who, after completing a successful 2 decades of entrepreneurship, is now ticking items from his to-do bucket list. Being an entrepreneur has helped him to learn and implement the different aspects of running a successful enterprise. Satish has been a Toastmaster since 2013 and has progressed through leadership positions at the club, area, division, and district. He was the district director of Toastmasters District 120 for the term 2021 to 22. He is an avid traveler to new destinations every year, an avid reader with around 4,000 books in his library, and an avid collector of miniature aircraft models and aviation memorabilia. His favorite food is idli and chutney. He can survive at any cost, any place in the world. Let's welcome distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon on the education session on parliamentary procedure. Let's welcome Satish Menon, distinguished Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster TMOD Vidya Shekhar. A very good morning to everyone. I've been told to speak on parliamentary procedures in a club. Now, when we look at the word parliament, we think it's quite a big thing to say rules, regulations, a lot of stuff. And then we look at a club in Toastmasters and we say, yeah, we are just a group of people who are meeting together every week to improve our communication and leadership skills and networking skills. Where does parliamentary procedures come into this? What are the rules and regulations that we are bound by, which make us follow all these regulations? Well, to put it very simply, whenever there is a group of people who meet, be it a club, be it an association, be it a cooperative society, be it a kind of organization, small or big, you need to have procedures that that particular group of individuals will follow. Because in the absence of that, it could be like whatever comes to your mind, everybody can do whatever they want, and it doesn't work that way. Toastmaster clubs are no exception. All of us know that in Toastmasters, all of us who are paying members demand a certain level of responsibility and accountability from the club where we are a member of. When we walk into a club, there is an expectation that the club will help us get to where we want to get as part of our Toastmasters journey. We don't just walk into a club, give our speeches and go away and say the next week I'll come back again and do something that the club wants me to do. And over a period of time, I'll get to where I want to get in Toastmasters. It doesn't work that way. So when we form a club needs to follow certain rules and regulations. And when you look at those rules and regulations, there's a lot that Toastmasters International has prescribed in the District Leader Handbook, which I encourage everybody to read, which will talk about for each position, each level, each activity in the club, what are the rules that all of us need to follow. But in today's session, I will just keep it at simple things which we need to do, which will get us there. Okay. There is a bunch of rules, but if we follow certain basic guidelines, we will be adhering to all the rules. So the first thing, which is very important in a club, is a lot of people do ask that who's the most important person in Toastmasters? And this is a question that gets a lot of different answers from a lot of people. Some say it is the CEO of Toastmasters International. Some say it is the international president. Some say it is the district of officers, the district director. Some say it is division director. Some say it is club president. A lot of different answers come up. But I would say that none of those answers are true. The most important member in Toastmasters is the member on the club, which is each one of us. We might be a district officer, we might be a regional leader, we might be a club international director, but at the end of the day, we are all members of a club. And we are the most important people in a club. And the most important entity in Toastmasters is nothing but the club and the members. So always keep that in mind when we talk about parliamentary procedures or responsibilities. The club and its members are the most important entity. Nobody can tell a club what to do other than the club members themselves. When I say that, it's like tomorrow a district officer cannot come and tell a club that this is what you need to do. They can request, but they cannot order. Okay. What the club needs to do is decided by the club and its members. Say, for example, a club says we will not become distinguished this year. I'm not telling that you should not become, but I'm saying if you decide that we will not become distinguished this year we'll focus only on building the club. No one can come and force you to tell you have to become distinguished. They can only request. They can only say, if you can do it, it will be good. If you need any support, let us know. But no one can come and order. That's very important. So the club and its members are the most important entity in Toastmasters International. Please keep that in mind. That is number one when it comes to parliamentary procedures. Second is a very basic thing, which a lot of people don't do, but which is advocated very strongly that you do, as far as parliamentary procedures is concerned, is kindly publish minutes of meeting of every club meeting that you host. A lot of clubs don't do it. There are very few clubs who do it regularly. If your club is one of them, kudos to you. You are on the right path. But what I'm saying is we should do that is any meeting that is held always has to have a minutes of the meeting and an agenda, okay, which is why we publish the club agenda. Right? The club agenda has to be published minimum 24 hours. Maximum you can do 3 days in advance, but minimum 24 hours before it has to go to all the members who are attending. The meetings run according to the agenda. The minutes of the meeting also need to be published. Very important. The reason is that you know what happened in the meeting, what was said in the meeting, what actions were taken in the meeting. So that's very important. So always keep that minutes of the meeting very clear. Now, every club has got a club ExCom. All of us are aware of who the club ExComs are. A club ExCom is elected with a purpose to manage the affairs of the club. Now, when the club ExCom is given that responsibility to manage the affairs of a club, The club ExCom needs to be very, very clear on how they need to do it. So it's not that because I'm the president of the club, I can decide whatever I want. It doesn't work that way. A president is a post that is entrusted to a member for 6 months or 1 year, depending on the tenure. That doesn't make the president or any of the ExCom the owners of the club. They are still members who are elected or selected to represent the other members of the club to take decisions which will benefit the club. That is what they are there for. So nobody can say because I'm a president, I can decide what I will do. Nobody else should question. And that brings to the next point is that when you are a club ExCom, you should regularly have an ExCom meeting every month. And when you do this ExCom meeting every month, again, that agenda needs to be published at least 2 weeks in advance. The line items need to be listed there. And when those are discussed and agreed upon, those also need to be minuted and shared with all the members. Now, what is that you will discuss in a club ExCom meeting? Anything that affects the working of the club, or you want to bring any improvements to the club. Say, for example, the club wants to change a meeting venue. The president or the VPM or the sergeant at arms cannot take an arbitrary decision to say from tomorrow we are not meeting here, we are meeting somewhere else. They can't say because I'm the president I took that decision. No. You have to first have it voted in the club ExCom. The club ExCom has to agree, then you need to take it to all the members. The members need to vote. Assuming that the change of location comes with a change in pricing, then obviously the pricing needs to be borne by the members. So first it has to be agreed and decided at the ExCom, and then it needs to kind of go to the rest of the members for their voting. Only then it becomes a decision. Any item that comes up for discussion or voting needs to have somebody who will propose and somebody who will second. So suppose an example is the club wants to introduce a new recognition policy to recognize members who have completed certain levels or paths, of members who are very proactive in taking roles, or members who have committed to attending every meeting. Now that decision cannot be taken arbitrarily. To say members who attend the last 10 meetings will be recognized. Why last 10? Somebody might ask, why not last 20? So whenever you are making a decision like that, the person who wants to propose that has to first bring it up into the ExCom. Now that could be done by any member of the club. Any member or members of the club want to improve certain things or want to bring certain changes, they can communicate that to the president via written email. And the president needs to kind of take that up in the agenda in the next ExCom. That ExCom needs to agree, vote on it. Okay, if there is unilaterally everybody agrees, then fine. But if there is a difference of opinion, then you need to vote on it. And if it wins by a majority, then you need to take it down to the members and have the members also vote. Because it is a decision that is affecting the club. That is how a simple parliamentary procedure for changes in anything that you bring. And all of this needs to be documented. You cannot have things which are undocumented or somebody say, I told you that day on this meeting and all that. No. Which is why we encourage all members also. If you want to get something done in the club, please do write to the club president. Which brings to question the second thing, disciplinary action. Now, this is something which you've seen in a lot of clubs. Because a club is a grouping of individuals and everyone has their own way of thinking, there are bound to be differences in the way we work, in the way we kind of react to certain things, in the way we assume certain things. So obviously, whenever there is difference of opinion, there will be people who will voice that out. Now, it is not to say that the club will disregard everything. Every member needs to be given a hearing. If I come and say that I feel that I am not getting a chance to speak in club meetings, I'm not getting a role to speak, I should be given an opportunity to present my case and then say, why is it that you are not getting an opportunity? Or is there really an issue where I'm not getting an opportunity? So any member who has a grievance should take it up write to the president and ensure that that gets addressed. Now, when it comes to the president cannot arbitrarily dispose it of, saying, no, there's nothing like this. Okay. You call the member, you explain it to the member, make the member convinced that this is what is happening, and then close that particular point. Document that. There have been cases where there have been disputes between members, or certain members have had issues with each other, or you had a certain member who was not a good example for the club, okay, or was kind of destroying the culture of the club. In that case, when you get a complaint, that is where the club needs to form what is called as a disciplinary committee. Disciplinary committee is formed between members of the club. They investigate the complaint which is there, they hear both sides of the story, and then they come to a decision. Now, sometimes that decision would be meaning that the member has to cease from being a member of the club. Now, that decision needs to be taken by the disciplinary committee along with the EXCOM, depending on what is the nature of the punishment that needs to be done. Certain punishment will only be a warning to say, please don't repeat this in future. Certain serious cases may involve that the member would be need to kind of told to leave the club. But those cases need to be handled by the disciplinary committee. Again, it cannot be an arbitrary decision of one or two people. I have seen in certain cases where people reach out to the area director, division director to arbitrate, which is not correct. According to Toastmasters international rules, district officers cannot interfere in club affairs. Let me make that very clear. District officers cannot interfere in club affairs. So if you need a district officer to get involved, usually the way it happens is, if the issue is very serious, okay, then the member has got every right to write to Toastmasters International, districts@toastmasters.org. What Toastmasters will do is, Toastmasters will look at the problem. They will write to the district director. The district director will then appoint a committee, and then only the committee will come and investigate what's happening in the club. So there is a process for that. The club president or the club EXCOM can also appoint a committee and do an investigation and find out. But if a member directly reaches out to the to Toastmasters International, then that is the process that comes. They will call up the district director. District director will reach out to the club. They will form a committee. The committee will investigate, and then the committee will give their report. Why I'm saying all this is, there cannot be any arbitrary decisions made by any member of the club. Clubs get destroyed because members make arbitrary decisions, let me tell you that, especially EXCOM officers. EXCOM officers are only representatives of the club members. They cannot ad hoc make decisions. So that is the process to be followed. A lot of clubs, especially community clubs, have bank accounts. Now, the best part is to have an audit committee to audit all that money which is there in the bank and say how much we spent, what on what it was spent, and publish a report every quarter to the club members. Very, very important, because it's money that we are talking about. Every 6 months or 1 year, the signatories will change. When signatories are changing, there's a proper handover that needs to be done. Why this becomes very important is, you are collecting money on behalf of the members. Now, the club might run certain initiatives like a speechcraft, or might run a YLP, or you could do some other things to generate revenue for the club. Now, the club members need to know how that money came in, how it is being utilized. Because everybody has contributed to that speechcraft, right? Either by turning up as a volunteer or by kind of supporting that initiative. Somebody would have brought that initiative to the club. When you do recognitions, what kind of recognitions are you doing? So members need to know how is money being spent on that. Because at the end of the day, it's people's members' money. This is also one area where a lot of clubs run into discontent, because these are not transparent to the members. When asked, Some people will say, why do you want to know? We are taking care of it, which is not right. As a member, I have got every right to ask for the details. It's like a shareholder in a company. A shareholder in an organization, even if that person is holding one share, can ask a question to the CEO on the working of the company. Nobody says that because you hold one share, you cannot ask a question. They can ask anything that they want. That is how a club also needs to work. So if a member asks questions, you should have all the answers. And the only way you will have the answers is if you put a committee together, let the committee publish the report every 3 months. It's called an audit committee. Publish the financial record so that everything is clear on what we are doing. When it comes to voting for anything, as I said, you have a proposer, you have a seconder. When it goes to voting, 2/3 of members have to agree for that decision to be implemented. 2/3 of active members, members who are not paid their dues, are not considered members in active status in Toastmasters. If some member has said that I am taking a break for 6 months, but I'll come back and pay after 6 months. If they have taken a break in their membership, they don't have voting rights. Let that be very clear. Okay? Only Toastmaster members have voting rights in a club, not non-paying members. Non-paying members don't have voting rights. So anybody who's on a break, anybody who's come as a guest, anybody who's willing to join, they don't have rights. They can only be observers. They won't have rights in a club. Just like we say in speech contest, members in good standing of a club in good standing. Applies here also. So everything needs to be documented. Everything needs to have a proper written documentation. Every decision that you make needs to have a proposer and a seconder. Any issue that members face at a club, please put it down in writing to the president. And the president and the other members of the ExCom are duty bound to respond to that. If you don't respond, the members have the option or the right to straight away approach Toastmasters International. And I've seen that when members straight away approach Toastmasters International, then anyway you are supposed to kind of give an answer, because they will come to you and ask. And they will ask for all the data. And that committee is appointed by the international president if the complaint goes to Toastmasters International. They will reach to the district director will call for that committee, to appoint the committee, and the report also goes straight away there. So might as well address it at a local level. Always keep in mind that all of us, like I could be a district officer, I was a district officer, I'm a club president now. It's all honorary positions. We cannot dictate anything. The club and its members are the most important people in the Toastmasters hierarchy. The club decides what they want to do. As simple case as a member, you are a member of the club. Nobody can force you to say you have to complete your pathway in the next 2 months. They can only kind of, encourage you to do it. Nobody can force you. They can't say in the next 1 month, I would need you to complete 4 levels. No. You can very well say, no, I will not do it. What can you do? There's nothing that they can do. It's a self-paced learning. So which is why it applies to the other parts also. Everything is done by consensus. So everything needs to be documented. Anything that you decide needs to have a meeting convened. A meeting needs to have, every point needs to have a proposer seconder. It needs to be voted. 2/3 majority for any decision that needs to be taken. Voted by the executive committee and then voted by the club members. Document everything. Any decision you want to take against any complaint that you receive, put a disciplinary committee in place and try to resolve that issue within the 4 walls of the club. Wherever it comes to money, please have an audit committee and have the audit committee submit its findings to the club every 3 months. Do all these simple things, and also don't forget, publish the agenda and the minutes of the meeting every week. You do that every week, you will have a healthy club, a club where members feel that their voice is heard, their concerns are addressed, their growth needs are met, and you will have a happy and sustainable club. Thank you all the best, very much, all the very best, and happy Toastmaster. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Satish Manan. Almost we are just reading the leadership handbook. It's amazing. Thank you for almost all the valuable insights. So we might miss something in the day-to-day activities, but you just give a detailed explanation about the end-to-end process. It was kind of a lot of learnings. Thank you so much. Okay, let's start with the prepared speeches regarding this food festival of these both clubs. So this prepared speech event will be like, already there is some objective to cook the food. So there will be an evaluator who will explain the objective. Already they prepare the food. Here they are going to serve the food for all of us. So this is called prepared speech in Toastmasters. Already they have some objective, so they will deliver the speech. Today we have two speeches. Let's start with the first speech. So let's welcome the first speech evaluator, Toastmaster Kavita, to share the project and speech objective.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vidya Sekar. Hope I'm audible. Okay, good morning, Toastmasters and guests. And the first speaker for today, Toastmaster Ilangovan. Toastmaster Ilangovan is giving his level 2 in the path presentation mastery, and his project is effective body language. The title of the speech is Free Will or Destiny. Timer, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of this project is for the member to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how he or she uses non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. All the very best, Toastmaster Ilangovan. Over to TM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kavita. Let's start with the first speech. Toastmaster Ilangovan, who has 16 years of technical specialist in software industry. His favorite food is idiyappam with coconut milk. So with this title, Free Will or Destiny, Toastmaster Ilangovan. Ilango, are you facing any technical challenges? Okay, fine. Please unmute yourself. No.
Unmute yourself.
No. We can't hear you. If possible, can you please sign off and rejoin again? Okay, we'll wait for a minute.
Am I audible, Toastmaster Vidya Sekar?
Yes, you are audible.
Oh, okay. Sure. Good morning, dear fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I apologize for the delay in checking my audio and video. Sorry for that. Yeah. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon. You delivered an awesome speech. Thank you for that. Life is a destiny or free will. 6 months back, when I was done with my last job, one fine morning, I got a call from my friend. He was asking that what is my next plan? What is the action item I'm going to do it further to proceed in my career? I was giving him an explanation that I'm going to upskill myself and I have to go for uh, a course which was I was enrolled to pursue for. So he was giving me a lot of ideas and suggestions as well as advices. So I was patiently hearing from him. And also he given me a suggestion that to consult an astrologer. Yes, he is a very fond lover of astrology, and whatever steps he wants to take or anything else, he will consider at least one time. I am telling that at least one time because he will go and here and there he will go to the astrologer and he will decide what to do next. So I told that as he is a very close friend to me, I told him that okay, fine, I will consider. Then he started keeping on calling me. Then every time when he talks about the consultant astrologer, I am also very tricky that I used to convert that topic into next one. I will divert that one. He caught that. He is any time when when I am speaking about astrology, he is diverting the topic. Then one fine evening he caught me and he asked my date of birth, place of birth, star, zodiac sign, everything he got it from me and directly he connected with his astrologer through online. That astrologer was a very genuine guy. He was uh, he was also laughing in front of my friend. And I opened my heart that, sir, I'm not a enemy of astrology or anything else. We usually have the faith that in our life, 2 times we used to consider the astrologer. One time is that to find a right partner. Okay, that is a mandate. And another time is when we are going to take any charge as a leader or anything else in our family or any in our society, anything. During that time only, it is mandatory to consult your astrology, signs and this zodiac, the planetary movement, and all. Because that is very, very essential. So I was telling him that, sir, I'm not your enemy and all. Don't treat me like that. My friend was compelling me. I came here. Then he was also telling me that he was, as per the astrology dharma, he was giving me that, he was giving me the suggestions and advices. He predicted that what are all the things, what is my planet status, and what is my current state, and my situation will get improved, or what I have to do. Some remedies also he given nicely. Okay, I also patiently I was listening to him. He was very genuine, and then finally he was telling me that that is a very inspiring moment. Sir. He was telling me that these words don't take my predictions as a destiny. These are all not a destiny for you. This is also my suggestions. Okay, if you consider a GPS and asking a route for from one place to another, it will give many ways. It will give nearly shortest route it will show first. If by chance while going on this and if you jump to the signal or anything else happened, it will not tell that you cannot go to that place and it will not completely, it will not stop you to move further. It will show another way, which may take another more distance or some U-turns or some bend you have to take like that. He was also telling that astrology also is like a GPS only. It will also give some signals, some path. If you are very dilemma on one situation, you can always have one consideration, have one suggestion. And we are not going to give any destiny or anything else. Because life is a combination of free will and destiny. He was giving me some nice Brahmanya. I want to tell you that. Life is a combination of free will and destiny. And he was also giving me the knowledge given by Gurudev Ravi Shankar, the founder of Art of Living Foundation. That he always used to tell this example that if you consider your height as a destiny, your weight is always a free will. Hope you all agree with me, correct? At particular age of time, male or female, we cannot change our height. If it is 5.5 at 20, hardly at 20 years, we are 5.5 years, it will remain same till we live 100 years also. But if our weight is 50 kg in 20 years, I can make it as 30 also, I can make it as 100 also. It is my free will, right? I can go for a nice nutritionist. I can consult his advice to boost my energy and increase my weight. So that is possible. But I cannot change my height. So in life, both are there. Free will is also there. Destiny also there. Both is there. If you consider marriage as a free will, it is a pure choice. If you want to marry or not marry, that is pure choice. But once you find your life partner, you have to depend on the destiny only. You have to accept the destiny. There is no, then there is no free will. Okay. If you consider that there is also free will, then you will end up in misery only. That is a nice gyan he given. So that is the reason behind this speech also. I want to uh, deliver this knowledge where I got from that astrologer. In this speech, I chosen that topic as a free will or destiny. So my question is, from as a interesting Toastmasters, what do you think whether life is a destiny or free will?
Again, it's combination
I
of
think
both.
it's kind of both.
Exactly, correct. Thank you, Toastmaster Siva. Because our Saint Thiruvalur also given one chapter for destiny as a whole, 38th chapter, and he given 4 chapters for free will, 60, 61, 62, 63. Okay, in the name of Ukam Udame, Alvine Udame, Madi Inmai, those things are there for to increase our free will. So always the chances are there. We have to give some room for the miracles, and always free will also get blossom. But if you need to live a peaceful life, you have to accept the destiny also. That is also very, very important, because acceptance is also very, very important in the life, because life is a combination of both free will and destiny. If you remember this knowledge, we will be happy. Thank you, dear Toastmasters of Madras Toastmasters Club and HCL Speakers Club, for giving me a nice opportunity to deliver this speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ilangovan. I just feeling like even in the food festival, I had an opportunity to listen the spiritual. Thank you so much. Okay, let's start with the second speech. So let's welcome the second speech evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Pintu, to share the project and speech objective.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vidyashekar. Hope I am audible and visible. All right. I am the evaluator of the second speech for this meeting. The target speaker is Toastmaster Shanmuga Priya. This is the second speech of the motivational strategies under the High Performance Leadership Project. Now, the overall purpose of the High Performance Leadership Project is for the member to apply her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. Today, in the second speech of the HPL, The purpose is for the member to share some aspect of her experience in completing the project. The time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Shanmugapriya.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Pinto. So let's welcome the speaker, Toastmaster Madhupriya, who is working as a corporate lawyer with the 10 plus years of experience in housing law. Her all-time favorite food is biryani. So, with the title Repco Legal Chronicles, let's welcome Toastmaster Madhupriya.
Is my voice audible? Am I visible?
Yes.
Yes. Good morning, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear friends. This project is my high performance leadership project, which demands me to apply my leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project, plan for it, organize a guidance committee, and execute my plan. This project can be Toastmasters related one, or you can choose any project that benefits your professional organization. I've taken a project to benefit my organization, that is Repco Bank, Repatriates Cooperative and Finance and Development Bank, which comes under the Ministry of Home Affairs. I already delivered my first project on December 24th, 2023, where I explained about my project, vision, guidance committee, members, process, and now I'm here to show the results. I'm into a housing finance concern, and basically my concern is a single product company where we deliver mortgage loans, home loans. So how many of you here have got into the process of obtaining a home loan or into home loans? Can you just raise your hands? Nowadays, it has become very common, and people who have already gotten home loan, you would have got some acquaintance with how an housing finance institution function. We provide mortgage loans by securitization. And before understanding my project, I want members to understand what is my job profile. I work as a senior manager in legal department, where we basically do scrutinization of legal documents. Your home loans are basically given based on your asset, that is your house or plot or flat, whatever you have purchased or going to purchase. So those legal documents will be scrutinized by us, and we give approval for home loans. So it's my long time dream to start a quarterly magazine, in-house magazine, to update members on certain legal aspects, because law is not a it is basically a dynamic subject. It is not a static subject, because it keeps on developing. You know, in late 90s, judgments were entirely different, and now the judgments were entirely different. Few judgments say this is right, few judgments say this is wrong for same scenario, same situation. That's why we have the process of going for appeals. In lower courts, the judgments may be different, and when we go for appeals, the judgment may be different. So law is basically a dynamic subject, so it keeps on updating and amending itself. So I want my colleagues to get updated. So it's my long-term plan to start an in-house magazine, and that's why I took this project for my HPL. I planned, worked, designed, and published a quarterly magazine. And this is purely related to legal within our organization, so that it can throw some insight on housing finance laws. So I wanted to share the magazine with you all. So let me share my screen. See, my son is also very eager to listen to my speech. Is my screen visible? Yes. So this is the magazine which I designed. So Toastmasters also made me to learn Microsoft Publisher. So this entire thing I just created, designed on my own with the help of some my guidance committee. So they've contributed articles. So this is all about, this was basically published on December 14th, which marks the National Energy Conservation Day. So we launched a special scheme, that is, we gave some interest concession to people who are constructing green homes. So basically, this green home should have certain aspects like solar panels and broad windows and doors for proper ventilation, then landscaping, green roofing, water conservation, waste reduction. So when your house has these kinds of aspects, we give some concession, interest rate concession. So that's the reason we launched this magazine on December 14th, which was marking the National Energy Conservation Day. So you can just see, I'll just turn the pages. So this had some articles related to laws related to environment, protection, conservation, and then one article which was written by me showing the applicability of SARFAESI provisions on inherited shares of minors. SARFAESI is basically law governing the banks. This project may have some jargons because it's all related to legal, so kindly bear with me. And some articles related to directorate enforcement. It was contributed by my guidance committee members. So we had around 4 to 5 articles, importance of legal aid certificate. Then, so you can just see the magazine, Greening Home, Sustainable Housing Finance in India. So some kind of articles which I collected from my team members and designed this. It also had about enforcement directed PMAL and caveat. So these are technical terms which is related to legal, which people, non-legal persons may not understand, but more or less we have given intro about it in the magazine. So the experience, what I really gained was tremendous because I completed my law in 2011, and from that time, getting updated to it was very difficult. But this insight gave me some kind of knowledge. I started to read many magazines, law books, judgments to create this. So I wanted to publish this in a quarterly basis, and I think that will give me a great insight on what law is all about, how it is moving forward. And thanks a lot, Toastmasters, for giving me this wonderful opportunity, because it not only helped me to improve my communication, but also it has helped me to design this magazine, which I myself was very doubtful about. But I got very good comments, even my managing director, everybody, they appreciated me for this work. And I wish Toastmasters will also guide me in future to explore more and more avenues. Thanks a lot, Toastmasters, for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhupriya. So it looks like the first day joining meeting. Like, there are a lot of new words. Thank you for the knowledge. Super. So almost we are end of the prepared food session. So hope you enjoy the food as of now. So the next session will be an exciting one. So we are going to have any break? Or shall we continue?
Because these are not like physical sessions, maybe we can continue.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not going to give us virtual coffee or snacks, right?
Okay, fine. Super. Up to this time, already there is some food. Already we prepared, then delivered. The taste is really good. But the next session is super interesting. You will have all the ingredients. You will have all the taste, all the things you need to decide. Only thing is you will give, let's say you will ask to create a biryani in front of the audience. So how best you are going to deliver will be handled by an interesting personality, an young chef of Madras Toastmasters Club. So let's welcome Toastmaster Sri, who is an engineering student in computer and communication engineering. Her favorite food is her mother's cooking dishes. Whatever the dish her mother is preparing, she loves to eat. Let's welcome Toastmaster Sri to handle the table topic session. I think
Sorry, yeah, he joined again. Yeah. Can you please invite one more time, please? Yeah.
Sri, are you available? Yes. Unmute yourself.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I had a network issue, so I was out. Okay. Happy morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
So happy to see you all in the joint meeting. Sorry. So today I'm going to play the role of table topic master. For the benefit of guests, I'll be calling someone in the virtual dais. So I'll give a into on-spot topics. You have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on that, and the grace period of 30 seconds will be given. So can I start the section with? I'm going to start this session with Toastmaster Rajesh. Toastmaster Rajesh, your topic is, according to you, how the food fest should be. According to you, how the food fest should be, Toastmaster Rajesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srividhi, for calling me to the table topics theme today, and thanks to the esteemed Toastmasters who did the presentation and the and all the speeches. It was a delightful hearing session so far. So the topic is how do I want? I mean, how should a food fest be, in my opinion, right? Food fest, in my opinion, it should be something like everyone should have their say in it. Like people who prefer Indian should have Indian. People who prefer South Indian, North Indian. Everyone should have their own choices to make, and that's when people will perceive food fest is a success. So end of the day, you want your food fest to be very successful, right? And the members who come there should go back with the perception that, hey, this was very delightful for me. I enjoyed some new food, right? So there could be and we should have. I typically call it the entree, main course, and dessert. So everyone should have an entree, that the appetizer or something that they can taste. Main course should be the main part that they can eat, and dessert should be laden with something they have not tasted so far, something unique, something off the menu. At hey, in this food fest I tasted this. They should go back, tell their family and friends that they enjoyed that particular dish in the food fest. So dessert is something that I will look forward in any session. Yeah, that this is my view on a food fest.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajesh, for explaining the topics wonderfully. So next, I call upon Toastmaster Saravanan on virtual dais. Toastmaster Saravanan, your topic is, which place do you prefer to have a family feast? Which place do you prefer to have a family feast? Toastmaster Saravanan.
Thank you, Srividhi. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Thanks for the topic, which is a place which I will take my family for the food fest. I know a location named Amba Veedu, T Nagar, nearby Padagal Park. I have heard from my friends it is a good place to spend a time with kids and also have a traditional South Indian food dishes. I have been trying for a long time. Most probably the coming days I will try for a visit to this location in Tamil, India. Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saravanan, for sharing your views, and I wish you take your family for that piece. Next, I call upon any volunteers so that I can give the questions. I didn't get any message from the chat who was willing. Any volunteers? Okay. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vidya Shekhar. So, for you, the topic is, when we say food festival, what are the food will come to your mind? When we say food festival, what are the food which comes to your mind? Toastmaster Vidya Shekhar.
Thank you, Table Topics Master KVP. See, I'm a person who like just stare at the paper which had the name list of the food items. That kind of person I am. So when it when it's with this food festival, I would like to explore all the continental foods. Whatever the food, it is having their authentic taste, especially this biryani and all the non-vegetarian items. Like when we are saying like the species who have the habit of flying, swimming, walking, all these things. And another important thing is the sweets. So the sweets from almost all the places, even the sweetness is sweetness, but the flavor, the quantity of the sweetness is different for every bite. We can enjoy like while seeing the colors, by tasting the bits and pieces, while having the smell. So it keep on improve your like, okay, what next. So while all these things will come to our mind by seeing the menu itself. So because we had a good experience by eating all these things, also by seeing the menu or by seeing the dishes, we can have the like urge to taste. Okay, this will be really awesome. This is so colorful. This smells is really awesome. So definitely I need to go. So in my field, after attending at least 1 or 2 food festival in a week, definitely my weight would be at least increased by 1 or 2 kilos. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vidya Shekhar, for sharing your views. Next, I call upon Toastmaster Anand to the virtual dais.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Toastmaster Anand, your question is, what is your favorite dish? Why it becomes a favorite dish for you?
Okay.
What is your favorite dish and why it became a favorite dish for you?
Okay. I am a pure non-vegetarian, first of all. Right? My favorite dish is that chicken, mutton, yeah, right? All the animal source, whatever it may be, right? So I'm because the protein, this is the only source of protein. You know that human body is made up of a cell. The first thing that forms on the earth is a blue-green algae. It is nothing but a protein. For the formation of any cells, immunity, or if you take that any hormones like testosterone, female hormone like estrogen or progesterone, whatever it forms, completely it is a protein. Without protein, there is no life. Right? I'm health oriented, more health conscious, because what the research says is that in 2025, India is going to be the capital of the world for diabetes. In Indians, Tamilians especially, they are taking too much of carbohydrate, right? The body can't store the carbohydrate. Why? Because when you take carbohydrate, it gets converted into glucose. When the glucose become excess, the body converts the excess amount of the glucose into triglyceride and stored in our adipose tissue. That is nothing but our tummy. Similarly, for the protein, if you take, it aids the formation of body tissues, aids the immunity. That's why I choose the food which has got multiple benefit. If you take a breakfast, I take at least 2 omelette per day because it's loaded with all protein, all essential amino acids. It contains high biological protein with all the vitamins except vitamin D, right? Even without any food, I take vitamin D. I stand under the sun on Sundays from 2 to 3 to get the source of vitamin D. So, right, this is the only vitamin we can take without food, okay, which has got a more immunomodulatory. As a dwellers in Chennai, we are completely occupied at home with AC, with the sophistication, in a comfort zone. That's why all the lifestyle diseases, autoimmune diseases, and metabolic diseases has increasing. So my food is only protein source, non-vegetarian source. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand. After a long time, I'm hearing your speech. Thank you for it. And next, I call upon Toastmaster Kavita onto the visual dais.
Yes.
So your topic is, what food could you like to taste that you haven't eaten before? What food you could like to have to taste that you haven't eaten before? Toastmaster Kavita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sri Riddhi, for that interesting topic. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Food is something very interesting for me since 2009 onwards because I had not cooked before that. I started cooking only after I got married, like most of you here, women, I mean. So, one part of food is eating, but the most important part is cooking, isn't it? It is more like conversing with the person who's tasting the food. When you cook, it is not just about adding some sugar and salt and ingredients, but it is more about how the meticulously how you add things to reach the taste of the person who's going to taste it. So this is the kind of thing I love about food. It is more like when you do coding or when you do something related to your work, it is more important than that. I realized that only after I started cooking in 2009. And since then, I've tried almost all the dishes. I'm very much interested. I had been very much interested. I was not very good at entering into my mom's kitchen and exploring that. But when I had my own kitchen, it was more like pushing somebody who's not at all good at swimming into water. I hurt my hands, but I did learn a lot. Nowadays, kids are very much interested in continental food, right? So these things like pizza, burger, pasta are things which I don't like, but I had to cook regularly for my kids. So I tried my best to do those. So let me put your topic in a different way. These are the food I really don't want to taste, but I'm forced to taste because that is what people are liking these days. Kids are liking. Over to you, TT Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kavita. It was a wonderful speech. Next, I call upon General Evaluator Shiva Shankar, sir, onto the visual dais. Your topic is when you had a food feast with your friends. When you had a food feast with your friends, Toastmaster Shankar.
I always love to have food with my friends, right? Like food with friends is actually double benefit. You don't have any inhibition, both in the way you talk as well as the way you eat. Nobody's going to judge you. Friends are there, especially not to judge you. You can just throw away anything that you want. You can eat as much as you want. You even throw away food in front of them. They're not going to really bother. They're going to just go away and take it as a fun. So you can have anything and you can express anything. What more can you ask for? Food with friends is actually like heaven for me. I have had food with my friends always, here and there in my work environment. I take my team outside. In my college, with my college friends and school friends, we always arrange get togethers at least in a year, once in a year. And then we ensure that there is good food on table and there is a lot of time for us to chit chat after 1 year to catch up. I really love food and I really love my friends and the time that I will have with my friends. Uninhibited food, uninhibited gala time. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Over to you, Table Topics Master Steve.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shankar, for sharing your views. And last, I call upon Toastmaster Ilungovan on visual dais.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinidhi. Yeah.
Topic is when you had a worst feet experience. When you had a worst feet experience, Toastmaster Ilungovan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinidhi. It's a very tough topic for me because I never experienced a worst feast experience. But I want to tell that, yeah, I recollect my final year excursion. We went to Munnar. That was an excursion arranged by my friend who was having a little cottage in the Munnar. So he taken uh, his own vehicle and he organized that simple trip. That is a 1 day trip. We went to Munnar and we stayed there. And I was surprised that everything was fine. But the food was only, he was serving non-vegetarian. I was literally shocked because everybody except myself, everybody are non-vegetarian and I am the only one vegetarian. I was standing behind everyone. He was noticing me. Hey, what man? You taken me all that nice way here and you are giving me, you are making me to fast for the day, full day. No. Sorry, I forgotten you. He was telling me, and his father was also there, and he was telling him that go and collect the curd rice. There is one shop is there. You can get it and come here. He was telling to his son. And only for myself, he taken he settled all our friends and he taken the vehicle and went there and brought only it was not a curd rice, it was just a plain rice. And curd also I have to wait for some time because curd also it was not that. Then I managed somehow to pacify my hunger, and that was the worst feast experience I had. In spite of all the everything greenery around me, I would not enjoy that food because everybody were enjoying their own time. And that is also safe because while coming down, everybody are vomiting themselves. But I am the one who was safely sitting in the van to escort them all. That is also good for myself. Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Siddhi, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ilungovan, for a wonderful question, for the speech. And I too experienced this in my college lunchtime. So it was a close connect with me. So next, because I'm also a pure vegetarian, so I also has a close connect with your speech. Last I call upon Toastmaster Gayatri onto the visual dais. Toastmaster Gayatri, your topic is with whom do you want to do a food fest? With whom you like to have a food fest? Toastmaster Gayatri.
Yeah, so thank you, Riddhi, for this wonderful topic. So, see, when it comes to food, it is always with my daughter. It's like only after I got married, I actually entered into the kitchen area. All the time, I used to blame my mother for not cooking the food which I like. But only after marriage, I realized that I don't like most of the food. And only after I started cooking, I started liking my own food. So it is always with my daughter who comes up with some wild ideas where she actually watches some YouTube channel, and then she'll say like let's go ahead with this kind of cooking, let's do this, let's do that. The whole of the pandemic, when my daughter was at home and when I was occupied with my office work, in my agenda, what I had was that every weekend it will be some kind of new cooking, new dish cooking with my daughter. So when it comes to food, the only companion that I look for is my daughter. And I would like to quote one instant. Actually, as I had mentioned, I'm not that good at cooking, but it was during one of my husband's meeting where they held a sweet making competition. I am not good at cooking, so it's going to be horrible when it comes to sweets. So I actually tried all sort of sweets, and during the course of that particular event, I even broke the mixie jar, the blade, and all those things happened. And finally, my daughter came up saying, we'll go ahead with this kind of thing. And I'm so happy to say that, I got the third prize in that sweet making competition. And it was the credit will all go to my daughter. So yeah, with this, I would like to conclude by saying that no, my daughter is my best companion.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Toastmaster
Over to you,
Gayatri,
Toastmaster. Yeah.
for starring your tragedy during that sweet competition. Okay. With this, I'm coming with the end to the session. And thank you so much, all the Toastmasters who voluntarily participated in this. If it was a direct meeting, it will be a very good. It was interesting. If it is a direct meeting, it will be more interesting than this. And thank you for this opportunity. And I'm handing over the visual dais to the TM Modi.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, Toastmaster Sridhar. See, almost in this like self-cooking area, we had different experiences, different stories. Really interesting. So this kind of things we can share with the close friends. But on this stage, we are sharing this story. It's really nice to hear. Okay, we are in this is the segment which is about already we prepared the food, already we tasted it, but there will be some points to improve. So the biryani is having very leg pieces. The sweet is only in the name, not in the dish. That is pongal, but it looks like payasam. Like that, we have a different opinions, right? So the evaluation session will help the chefs to improve their cooking skills. So also it will be like throughout the meeting, who are all doing all these things like serving on time, delivering the food, all these things will it happen. So to give the feedback about this entire event, let's welcome Toastmaster General Evaluator Toastmaster Shankar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vidya Sekar. You have invited me to taste the food and tell how it went. And I would like to do exactly the same. I'd like to first call Toastmaster Kavita to evaluate Toastmaster Ilangovan. Toastmaster Kavita has 15 years in software industry and 8 years in Toastmasters. She has worked for organizations including Wipro, HCL, Capgemini, etc. Past president of MTC. She is founder of Pericia, an organization specializing in educational Android apps on crocheting and Carnatic music. I hope I actually said that correctly. She is passionate about coding, singing, and playing Veena. Over to you, Toastmaster Kavita, to evaluate Toastmaster Ilangovan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shankar, for that wonderful introduction. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Some speakers are very good at humor. They try to be humorous. Some speakers have it in them naturally. I think Toastmaster Ilangovan is naturally a humorous speaker. He did not try hard for that. It comes naturally. What I liked about his speech, the content and the delivery. Let me talk about it separately. Since this project is more about body language, he stood up and gave the speech, which this being an online meeting, evaluating the body language is very difficult because it also includes the stage usage, the way you present yourself. But since he stood up and gave the speech, I could see that his body gestures were quite natural, like he was talking to a friend. It looked like he was talking to a friend. It was not like he was addressing a group of people. Those. And he had a natural smile. Not everybody can smile when they speak. Only when you talk from your heart, you can have that smile. I really liked the way he presented himself with a smile throughout the speech. And the topic he took. When it comes to body language, generally people take storytelling. It's easier to show you body language. But he took a very subtle topic of free will or destiny, and he brought in astrology. And whenever he referred to astrology, I could see that sarcasm and a slight smile during the speech, which is relatable for the audience here at least. It may not be relevant to people who are very much interested in astrology. If he goes to a spiritual place and he cannot give this, but here it is quite relevant. The way he gave it is, even though it is about astrology, mostly about astrology, I like the way he presented it with a subtle sarcasm, I would say. This is about, and a few things I really liked in his speech are the content. Astrology and GPS. He compared astrology with GPS, which is a very interesting analogy, very much relatable as well. And he referred to the astrologer as, he gave Brahma Gyan. So that is something I felt, it, though it had sarcasm, nowadays, even astrologers have to come to make us believe certain things. And this is how I'm telling you, but it's not like it's going to happen. It's like GPS, it might happen. So everybody has to get accustomed to their job, isn't it? I really like that. I've never seen an astrologer before. So I could see from Toastmaster Ilangovan how they would look like now in this era. That is that is something I really liked. You brought about how an astrologer would look like. I could clearly picturize. A speaker has to make you picturize how things happened, isn't it? I was able to do that. These are the things I really liked about your speech. And you also had that analogy of height and weight. How one is one you cannot manipulate, the other one you can easily manipulate. So these are the things I really liked when it comes to presentation as well as the way you wrote your speech. Any speech can move to the next level with good suggestions and implementations. With that in mind, I think The introduction and conclusion could have been more powerful. And also, since this project requires body language, broader gestures would have helped. Otherwise, I really liked your speech. Over to you, G. Toastmaster Shankar.
What an extraordinary evaluation. I think she sandwiched the whole evaluation with very nice positive feedback and then areas of improvement. And of course, when she ended, she said she really liked it. Thank you so much for this powerful evaluation. I would like to move on to the second taster of the prepared speech. I would like to call Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster, Pintu Mahato. Pintu Cham Mahato. Pintu is, for us, we actually call our club, many of them call our club as Pintu Club than HCL Speech Viewers Club. That famous he is among the Toastmaster fraternity. He is not just a HCLite, he is also an actor. He has acted in a film as well. So I really think he needs no further introduction. Without much ado, I'd like to hand over the virtual podium to DTM Pintu to evaluate. Please go ahead, DTM Pintu, to evaluate.
Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Shiva. I'm here to evaluate my target speaker who completed successfully the HPL part of our motivational strategies. Now, to jump into the evaluation, the introduction was warm, setting the context of the speech. The job profile that she does day in and day out, we were able to understand what she does as part of her housing finances, the scrutiny of the legal docs, and all the world around loans, finance, and whatnot. Now, some of the things that really opened my mind and you excelled at, definitely the content, which was an original thought, which was yours. You had only structured, and it demanded, the project basically demanded that you talk about something or you create something that you introduced and then took a lesson out of it. Talking about the delivery, you are a fantastic speaker. I have heard you in the past, and you continue to shine in the way of your fluency, the command of the language, and while you express your thoughts, it is very smooth. Now, apart from that, what are the things that I, as an evaluator, wanted to look upon or wanted to take back upon is a little bit more about the magazine that you created, which is a fantastic job, and kudos to you that you did not individually take the credit, but you thanked the entire team, the guidance committee, to shape this magazine and bring it into a reality. Now that's a long-term vision, and to bring it quarterly, that magazine, it requires a lot of effort, a lot of research, and then print and publish it, isn't it? Now here are some of my things that you may want to work upon. You may want to work upon your selling skills. Yeah. I have made a magazine. I want to sell it to each member in this community, not just here, but they also talk about outside. So this magazine can be definitely sold to each one because it contains that educational level, isn't it? I also want you to work upon a little bit on your presentation skills, where I will not flash the entire screen, but just publish the front cover and a little bit details. Okay. Conclusion was good, but it can be more bold and sharp, isn't it? So what is something that I would like to challenge you on this speech is customize this content alone as a masterclass session for public in general. You know, a lot of distinguished Toastmasters are now doing masterclass sessions on their expertise. I'm sure you would also go ahead and create this as a masterclass session and educate, aware the public in general. All the best for your future speeches, and you have successfully completed the HPL. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Pintu. Normally, there are two ways to taste the prepared speech. evaluate the prepared speech. One is to have a sandwich method. I think that's what exactly Toastmaster Kavita did. And Toastmaster Pinto added a flavor to that sandwich, throwing a challenge at the end. And I really like that. When you actually inform this prepared speaker that you are so good at these points and these are the ones where there is an area of improvement, and towards the end you challenge the person. When you challenge the person with something in the next prepared speech, he feels that you have a lot of faith in the person. There is a potential in the person that the evaluators see, and that drives the Toastmasters to actually take the challenge and do better. So thank you so much for challenging the prepared speaker with something new for the next term. With that, I would like to call upon the tag team one by one to give away their reports. First, I would like to call Timer Toastmaster Vishwa for his timer report. Over to you, Toastmaster Vishwa.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I will submit my report. For the educational session, TTM Satish Menon took 21 minutes and 32 seconds. That is extended a limit of 1 minute and 30 seconds. For the prepared speech session, Toastmaster 11 took 8 minutes 25 seconds. That is a disqualification of speech. When it comes to the second speaker, Toastmaster Madhupriya took 7 minutes 25 seconds. That is qualified. Moving on to the table topic session, Toastmaster Rajesh took 2 minutes 5 seconds, which is qualified, and Toastmaster Savan took 53 seconds, which is disqualified, which is again disqualified, and Toastmaster Vidyasagar took 2 minutes 11 seconds, which is qualified, and Toastmaster Anand took 2 minutes 27 seconds, which is qualified. Toastmaster Kavita took 2 minutes 6 seconds, which is qualified. Then Toastmaster Shivashankar took 1 minute 20 seconds, which is qualified. And coming on into the table topic section of Toastmaster 11 took 2 minutes 26 seconds, which is also qualified. And then Toastmaster Gayatri took 2 minutes 6 seconds, which is also qualified. When comes to the evaluation session, Toastmaster Kavita took 3 minutes 29 seconds, which is qualified, and DTM Pinto took 3 minutes 12 seconds, which is also qualified. That is 2 time disqualifications, one on the prepared speech sessions and one on the table topic sessions. Over to Toastmaster General Evaluator Toastmaster Shiva.
Thank you so much, Timer Toastmaster Vishwa. I'd like to move on for the report of our counter from Toastmaster Anand. Over to you.
Yes, thank you, General Evaluator. I'm sharing my R counter report. Our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vidyasagar, he has used R for 14 times, so for 8 times, and OK for 6 times. And Toastmaster Ilangovan, during the prepared speech, he used R for 12 times, OK for 6 times, and long pause 4 times. Toastmaster Madhupriya, during the prepared speech, she used R for 7 times. During the table topics session, Toastmaster Rajesh used for 18 times, for 3 times, so for 3 times. Toastmaster Saravanan used for 2 times. Toastmaster Vidyasagar, he used 3 times so for 2, and OK for 3 times. Myself also, I have used a lot of fillers because I was delivering, so I couldn't capture my fillers and crunches. And Toastmaster Kavita, she has used R for 5 times. Toastmaster Shankar, he has used R for 2 times. Toastmaster Ilangovan used R for 11 times. And Toastmaster Gayatri used R for 7 times. And for 1 time, 3 times. And so for 1 time. And Toastmaster Kavita, during the evaluation session, she used for 5 times R. Really, I appreciate DTM Pinto. There is no fillers and crunches. No, the flow was smooth. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Shankar.
It always gives pleasure when somebody at DTM level delivers a speech without any fillers and pauses. It inspires us, right? Thank you so much for the detailed report, Toastmaster Anand, on our counter. I'd like to call Toastmaster Suhasini for the grammarian report. Toastmaster Suhasini, I think I already introduced her. So let's go ahead with Toastmaster Suhasini.
Uh, Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Shiva. Good afternoon, all. Here is my grammarian report of today's meeting. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vidyasagar used unique phrases like ingredients, avid readers, food fest, perceive, and in general evaluation session, Toastmaster Siva used passionate, sandwich method, fraternity, flavored, faith, potential, taking challenge, theme of the day 3 times. Coming to prepared speech, Toastmaster Ilangovan used unique phrases like destiny, astrology, fawn, tricky, genuine, predicted, GPS, signal, complication, nutrition, boost the energy, free will. Coming to second speaker, Toastmaster Madhupriya, she used unique phrases like process, concern, mortgage, in-house magazine, housing finance law, green home, waste reduction, national energy conversion day, inherited share, enforcement, tremendous insight, explore. Coming to table topic session, table topic master, Toastmaster Sriridhi used theme of the day, word of the day many times. And coming to table topic session, Toastmaster Rajesh used 4 time theme of the day, unique phrases like perception, appetizer, dessert. Toastmaster Saravanan used theme of the day twice, unique phrases craving. Toastmaster Vidyasagar used explore, unique phrases like explore, continental food flavor. Toastmaster Anand used unique phrases like source of protein, blue green, immunity, hormone, estrogen, health conscious, amino acid, under the sun, immunity, metabolism. Toastmaster Kavita used unique phrases like meticulous, realize, exploring, continental food. Toastmaster Shiva used theme of the day twice. He used unique phrases like heaven, work environment, get together, chit chat, uninhibited, bother. Toastmaster Ilangovan used theme of the day twice. Unique phrases like recollect, excursion, fasting, hunger. Toastmaster Gayatri used theme of the day twice. Unique phrases like realized, wild ideas, pandemic, companion, horrible, credit. Coming to evaluation part, Toastmaster Kavita used unique phrases like content, body gesture, shuttle topic, sarcasm, analogy, astrology, GPS. In evaluation session, DTM Pinto used unique phrases like scrutiny, demanded, command of the language, research, selling skill, flash, masterclass session, awareness. In education session, DTM Satish Menon used regulation, entity, arbitrary decision, opportunity, grievances, offenses, signatory, shareholder, organization, aggressive, healthy club. Thank you. Let's hand over the dais to General Evaluator Toastmaster Shiva. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suhasini, for that detailed grammarian report on various good usages. You basically took a tour of all of us, for the entire meeting. For evaluating this whole speech festival today, like food festival, I'd like to, little bit as a, evaluator, as a taster, I don't think I can actually have a feast. I can only take a teaspoonful of, food from each of the plate. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and touch upon each and everything that is served to me today. First, the food festival started on time. So thank you so much for that. The SAA started on time, exactly at 10:15. So the kudos to that. There are a lot of effort that went behind, before starting on time. And I would like to know, I would like to say that Toastmaster Vidya Sekar today took us on a very good, detailed food festival roller coaster ride. where he actually talked about how he paid $30 for a biryani on shore. In fact, I also had some similar experience with a Indian food cart Singh was owning near Times Square. And that's more or like it. Like we had to pay a lot hefty amount even for the roadside cart in those places. Um, I agree, and I definitely have the same sentiments. I share the same sentiments with you. Timer Vishwa today did a fantastic job. He first started changing his background, then immediately realized that nobody is seeing the background, at least not the speaker, and he raised the hand to make him as the first participant in the gallery. That was really good. Second, after he realized that it's still not visible, he switched to the mode of sharing the screen. Second improvement. Kudos to you. And there was a third improvement as well. He pressed F12 on the browser and made it full screen instead of showing the address bar. Very good, gesture. You learned on the feet and then you showed very good, timer timer for us. Just one thing that I wanted to say is, let us avoid saying that the person is disqualified. Let us only have the report, the TMOD, and the voting master can pick up who actually got disqualified based on the timer report that we share. That's the only thing that I wanted to say. The next thing is on our counter, Toastmaster Anand. It was a great detailed report, and what made it more special is when he shared the report visually. People don't have to wait for their report to arrive in the order. They can just immediately look at their report, compare it to others, and they can really learn a lot from that. So having a visual aid is always helpful. Thank you so much for sharing the screen, Toastmaster Anand. Only one small suggestion. Is it okay if you can say 5 plus times or above 5 times instead of actually counting to 18 or 20? These people will feel really bad about it. Let's ensure that we convey the message and in a way that they take. Right? When the moment you say something like this, there is a self-defense mechanism in everybody which comes and then defends and then doesn't take the message. They will go on a defense mode and they will say, no, this is not correct. Some, thing. They will miss the point. So let us have 5 plus so that we take them into account, help them improve in the future. Grammarian Suhasini, you did a splendid job. I really liked everything that you showed today. You actually gave a big list of good usages. People feel very good when they are identified of the words and phrases that they used. Probably they used in the flow, and when somebody highlights it, it really is a very good feeling. So thank you so much for that effort. You should always look for at least one or two areas of improvement on grammar side. I'm not sure if you actually didn't have anything, not even a single grammar mistake in the whole thing, or I missed it. But it is always better to have at least highlight one or two not so good usages. We call it as not so good usages without uttering the name of the person who actually made that mistake. So you can say, I'm going to actually highlight few not so good usages, and that's it. You can just highlight them and then leave it at that. Let's not pinpoint the person who actually made that mistake. Evaluator Kavita, I think she did a wonderful job today. She was as natural as Toastmaster Ilangovan. She actually gave very good feedback for Toastmaster Ilangovan. But also one of the feedback that I have for Toastmaster Ilangovan is, if in case you are not able to see the timer, before you start the speech, always ensure that the timer is visible for you. I think you missed seeing the timer, and it went little above 7 minutes 30 seconds. So let's not do that mistake again, Toastmaster Ilangovan. DTM Pinto, of course, there was little less light on his face. Otherwise, he normally used to come very bright, well, dressed and very bright. Today, being Sunday morning, I think I don't expect anything of him more than what he has actually given us. That was great evaluation. Thank you so much, DTM Pinto. Challenging, giving a challenge for Mother Priya to take in the future. I also have one small thing for Toastmaster Mother Priya, who I delivered high performance leadership second speech. This is supposed to be your experience on what you planned and how you executed. What you planned is the first part of speech. Second part that you delivered today is how you executed and your experience when you executed. When you get into the project itself, then we get deviated a little bit. So when you show the magazine, as Pinto rightly pointed out, it can be just one, page where we dwell on the page a little longer than actually scrolling down the entire magazine. The magazine is not the real project. The project is actually your experience in getting that magazine out. You had something in your mind planned, and then you finally got an output. Output you just show one page and then talk more on your experience on the execution of the plan that you had. Because obviously we know whatever plan is not going to come in the end. So you can compare, like, I planned for this, but it came out like this. I planned for that, but so many hurdles, and finally I got that. Things like that will really help us understand what is your experience on rolling out that plan. In TTM session, Sri Didi did a wonderful job of keeping all of us in that festive mood, the food festival mood. All the topics were very, very close to the theme of the day. Thank you so much for taking the effort, Sri Didi. Rajesh was actually saying, like, what food fest should have, and then Saravanan was actually saying, I don't know, it was just 7 minutes, less than 1 minute. Even if you just talk little slow, you could have actually got qualified. So I want to ensure that all the speakers have an eye on the timer. Just 7 minutes, he could have easily got it, qualified. Vidya Shekhar actually took us on continental food, authentic taste, biryani with non-vegetarian items, whatever that flies and swims. Sweets from all the places. The flavor and quantity makes, all the difference. I really loved the speech. And Toastmaster Anand actually said, like, his favorite fish is pure non-vegetarian. That evoked little humor. Chicken, mutton, all animal source and protein source. He actually, sometime in the middle of speech, I didn't know, like, we were actually listening to a person who is a foodie than, more of a protein muscle builder, or, anti-diabetic movement or something like that. But it was really good. So much of information. He also went on vitamin D and things like that. And of course, Tosma Ilangovan, his worst experience, feast experience. We all definitely would have had one or two experiences like that. In fact, I think one day I went to one of the non-vegetarian restaurant, and I asked him, "Is there anything vegetarian here?" And he was like staring at me. You came to Talapakati and you're asking for vegetarian food? What nonsense you're talking about? Don't insult us. And he gave me rasam, then a little bit of curd. And I can relate it to Ilangovan. Toastmaster Gayatri, with her daughter, she wants to make this nice food. That is a beautiful experience that she shared with us. Overall, the entire journey today was fun-filled learning. I did not mention more about the parliamentary proceedings of Mr. Menon, because that was splendid. He actually highlighted those that we would have normally missed. The conflict areas, how to resolve conflict. I think majorly he was dwelling on that, on setting up the committee, ensuring the committee is already there, set up for every club, so that any issue comes, it goes to the conflict resolution community, and then it gets resolved as quickly as possible. So there are many things that we learned today. Thank you so much for such a great joint meeting. I really loved every aspect of it. Um, I would like to thank Toastmaster Gayatri and everybody from uh, uh, Madras Toast Club, our buddy club, to have this arranged. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vidya Sekar.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Shankar. It's like again at the end. So we had all the foods in different stalls, but you summarized the entire event, like where under the good taste, where under needs to improve. Everything was really good. Thank you so much. So we are all almost at the end of the session. So we'll have already, I guess you guys are voted, and I'll just handing over the dais to our proceeding officer, Toastmaster Suhasan.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vidya Sagar. Let's have a guest feedback. After that, we will proceed with the awards. Is there any? Krishna, right? Yes, Krishna. Krishna, are you there? Krishna? Okay. With Vidya sir, whether we have awards ready with us?
Yes.
Certificates?
Yes.
Okay. I have a few announcements. Like next week, we have our area contest in our Andhra chamber. On coming Sunday, let's welcome all of the Toastmaster to come as an in-person for the area contest and encourage our speakers and winners. And the next announcement is about a renewal of our membership. I think today is the last date of our term, and for the for the journey in Toastmaster, to continue the journey in the Toastmaster, we have to renew for the next term. I request all the members who are not done with the renewal part, kindly do it today and continue your Toastmaster journey. And hope the one more announcement, today is the last date for the reading challenge in TLI site. Hope I already shared those things on the last meeting, how to participate and how to um, submit your articles in the TLI sites. I post in this chat also regarding how to participate and how to post your article in the TLI site. The person who are interested in doing the taking up the reading challenge can work it out. I will share it in the screen how to share the articles, the things. Yes, Krish. Yes, Krishna, are you there? Is there any guest? No. Okay. Shall we have our winners list with your second? Yes. Can you share it now?
We share the screen. Hope you can see the screen now. But, okay.
The best speaker of today's meeting is Toastmaster Madhyapriya. The best table topic speaker of today's meet. So the best evaluators of today's meeting is DTM Pintu. Whether he's the best role players of today's meeting is Toastmaster Vidya Sagar, Toastmaster of the day. The best tag role players of today's meeting is Toastmaster Anand as a R counter. The best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Ilangovan.
That's all.
Okay. Shall we have the today's meeting rate?
4.5.
4.5. Thank you, Vidyasagar, for your dual work, multitasking work as a TMOD, as a SSA, SAA. Thank you for it. Let's have a group photo. Before that, I adjourn the today's meeting to next, on April 4th, because the next meeting is our area contest. So we don't have our regular meeting. With this, I am adjourn the meeting to April 7th. Shall we have a group photo, please? Kindly switch on the video.
Otherwise, I can start randomly putting like cartoons.
Vidyasagar, are you taking that screenshot?
Yes, I'm doing.
I taken already. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
Oh.
Thank you. Done.
Thank you all. Hope all of you enjoyed the meetings, and thanks to the buddy club members also. Thank you. We also enjoyed the meeting.
Absolutely. We all enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you sometime later. See you when we see you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, our Toastmasters Shiva and Toastmaster Pinto for getting things done and organizing all these things so that we can have a wonderful buddy club meeting. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you for pushing us, Gayatri.
Yeah.
See, it's a win-win situation.
I know. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Thank you all.